is actually one of the best savings of the entire 4 hours for me today. Our QVC price on this Lenox Holiday 26-piece porcelain advent tree was $214.50. And that was a sale price. That, if I'm not mistaken, that was almost $100 off of what the actual price at Lenox.com was. We are now clearance sale priced at $128.49. My mother did an advent calendar that she made out of green construction paper, and it was on the front of the refrigerator. And it was held in place by magnets. And every year it would rise according to how much I grew the year before. This is an advent calendar where it starts off, and I'll just pull out one of these, okay? But there's a marking for each one of the days, 1 through 25. And then you get a series of their porcelain ornaments. Sorry, the boo-boo. Got a boo-boo on my finger. So each night, a family member gets to go to their Lenox porcelain, not ceramic, porcelain, and be able to add another piece to it. And this, to me, this becomes a family tradition that will be beloved for generations. Lenox is known for their perfection of porcelain. They have pieces in the Smithsonian. If you go to a fine dining event at the White House, it will most likely be served on Lenox china. They're phenomenal. I want to bring in my expert. And I haven't seen this lady in a long time, so I can't wait to see her. This is Ellie King. Ellie, how are you? Welcome back.
Oh, Dan, I'm doing so good. And you know, I was watching back when you and I had presented this once before, and we were talking about all the birds on it. And wouldn't you know, I have spent most of my time raising birds these last few months.
What
So
type of
now
birds? What do you got?
we have turkeys, chickens, and we have 6 ducks. I am like
Okay.
madly in love with all of them.
I get it. We bought guinea hens to get rid of
Oh, yeah.
ticks.
They're
Don't
great.
do it.
We've had those before.
Yes, but they're so loud. And
They're rowdy. Yeah.
they wake up 30 minutes before human beings ever want to.
Yeah.
And they're louder than roosters. Yeah. This is one of my favorite pieces from Lenox because there is so much detail work just in making the tree. But then they turn around and they make 25 individual porcelain ornaments to go along with it.
Right. Isn't it unbelievable? There's so much I love about this tree. It's almost like where in the world to begin. First of all, it's porcelain, which I love the way you describe porcelain. Porcelain really is the best that you can get. It's durable, it's strong. Even the way that it's made is different than you would make ceramics, for example. But also, all the gold that you see, whether it's on the ornaments or the top of the tree, this is all hand painted 24 karat gold. And you talked about the numbers, those are also done in 24 karat gold. Now, I love that we have all these individual ornaments, but what's really exciting is the first 12 ornaments all represent that song that we all love,
The 12
days of Christmas. So,
The
for
guy was
example,
obsessed with birds.
I'm holding 5 golden rings.
I figured you'd go for the rings. I know you will.
Of course.
I know you will. But I'm just going to grab one at random. They're smaller ornaments. Well, you know, in some ways they're not. They're big. Everything on them that you see that's golden color, that's pure gold paint. 24 karat gold paint. And each one of them is marked with, you may not be Lenox. So Lenox has been known for years. They're our neighbors. They're located in Bristol, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Right, kind of a hop, skip, and 2 jumps from where we broadcast in Westchester. And their factory was originally created there because of the clarity of the spring water in that area. How old is Lenox now? I can't remember.
They've been around since 1889.
Wow.
So they've been trusted for a long time. And I always love to tell everybody I started collecting Lenox because of my grandmother and
Yep.
my grandmother's mother. She collected Lenox. So I love that you can have, we talk about porcelain all the time and how it's so strong and durable. I always feel so good when I have a piece of porcelain because I know I can pass it down to my children and it can just keep going because I actually have pieces of my grandmother's Lenox porcelain and it's still just as beautiful today.
Oh, that's cool. And it's visually misleading. It looks like it's eggshell fragile, but it's
Right.
not. This is more durable than ceramic. They glaze it, they hand paint it, they fire it. This motif down at the very bottom with the holly and berries is a classic Americana Christmas tradition from Lenox. And you can
That's
spot
right.
it as a Lenox piece from just that and that alone. But I really like that this is an interactive piece. The pieces of Lenox that my mother had, we weren't ever allowed to touch,
Right.
because those were, apparently my parents, like strangers they'd never met, more important than the kids, because we would only get to eat off the Lenox if it was somebody special coming to dinner, you know?
I think we all have that same story because yes, even if we wanted a cookie out of the Lenox porcelain cookie jar, mom had to get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you're right. This is interactive. This is meant to be touched and used by all ages. Everybody that wants to add an ornament can add an ornament. I love in the video that we had, it was in the kitchen because I know in my house, the kitchen, everybody's in and out of the kitchen. What a great place to have this for everybody to add an ornament each day. And before I forget, Dan, I wanted to grab the box that it comes in.
Because that
This
red
is
box is as noticeable
Yes.
and rememberable as a certain blue jewelry box would be. Yeah?
You are absolutely right. You don't need to wrap this box. There's room on the side. You could put a name and a date. I love grabbing my grandmother's old boxes because it has her handwriting on it with the date on it. Here we have that great video. I love this. You can see there's even kids going through and putting the ornaments on. And now Santa adding the last one. I mean, what a great fun tradition for everybody.
We started with less than 250. I've got less than 100 of them. 85 pieces to go around. Now, this is a little scary. That means that this piece will not be coming back. I won't be able to get another one. I'm hoping there's a new Advent tree for this year, but who knows? Ellie, thank you so very, very much.
It was great to see you, Dan. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Santa went back to that cookie plate like 5 times. I saw that on the videotape.